Well, I've been passing this guy for a couple of years now, and I've been meaning to stop by and do a little video on it. There's a sign over here honoring the veterans of the Korean War, I do believe. Let's go. We'll go over there and take a look at that in a minute. But if anybody happens to know what this tank is, there's no sign for it around here. And then down here we have like an anchor from a giant Navy ship, and then also a gun down there. So we'll go take a peek at those too. But this is really a neat one. It's different than any other tank I did. For one, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be like this or if they did this for display, but see how they're like coupled together, the different pieces? That's almost like a heat shield, I think. And then there's a coupler that was supposed to be right there, but isn't there anymore. But it's kind of a weird gun rifle. I don't know what you'd call it, barrel, mortar barrel. And then this, they painted over them. And I'm wondering if there was mirrors down there. And the mirror, you could look in the mirror and it would reflect and see what was in front of you or to the sides as you were driving. That way you weren't directly in the line of fire if a shot went in. You know, but they painted over those, so that's kind of interesting. Power connection here. And obviously some heavy-duty turnbuckle type things that you can move this baby with. Look at this guy here. There's two of them. One here and one over there. These are about the same size as a pintle hitch ring. And you can see they just welded it on. It was a circle, and then they just welded it in place. But yeah, really cool. This is a big one. Not the biggest, but I wonder if this is some sort of exhaust unit right here. And then this looks like maybe you would use that for storing some tools to work on the thing. But look at this one, actually has shocks. Wow. See that? There's one there. And there's two up here. Boom and boom. Then there's something right here that probably just, maybe that's your thing that you use. Corkscrew, if you look, it's kind of a corkscrew. I know it's like the sun's over here, so it's hard to see, but see that corkscrew there? Let me back this out just a little bit. Maybe that corkscrews and pushes this unit, this circle forward to tighten the track. So here's your drivetrain back here, and all this is just guides, right? You can see the little pieces here that would go between the wheels, right? So the wheels are concaved on the inside. See that? Hopefully that's showing up. And then these guides here would go through those down here and up at the top too. Here's a better look. You can see the guides are actually inside this guy right there. And they guide it, and maybe that front wheel is the one that moves back and forth. So if you need to take the track off and do it, you just loosen this guy back and the whole thing is kind of loose. Then you can drive it and pull on it, and it would just slowly uncouple from everything. And I would assume that there's a master, like on a bike chain, you have a master link, right? And you take that master link off, and you can remove the whole thing easily. But I don't see. Maybe they're all master links on this. They all have like a bolt in them, so maybe any position can be a master link. But here's your drivetrain right here. That's going to be your axle and your wheel that actually powers everything up. Look at this too. Now I've always wondered if that's a place to put your feet along there. If anybody's ever operated a tank or something, let us know what this is. Maybe it's a place to stand or put your feet, or maybe you put some sort of tools in there, something in there. I'm not sure. Here's a better look at the track. Look at that. I'll do it from the front too with the sun on it, but this one here has actually got a pintle hitch, which is pretty crazy, huh? Look at that. That's a nice heavy duty one too. And it's a bolt on. Look at that. Look at the piece in the back. I wonder if that would be where you would, because that's like a weird lockdown nut right there. Maybe that's so you could turn it sideways or turn it upside down. I don't know why you would want to do that, but you'd have to unbolt these. Just maybe redundancy, like this bolts on, then these bolt on to make sure it's super heavy duty. You got some more chain pulls, you know, positions there. This is probably a power thing here, power inlet. I had an old Army refrigerated container. Well, not refrigerated, but it was a container that they would do communications out of. I should have done a video on that way back in the day, but that was before I was really doing this channel this way. Here's another circle there. See that? And that that container had a furnace slash air conditioner in it. It was only a 20-footer, but it had the same power hookups like you'd have on this, which is like a 21-pin circle, old style. And that's how they'd hook up a generator to it to power it up. And the air conditioning unit on the inside of that was just massive. It took up like a big chunk of the space. But they would drop those in the middle of the desert out in the Middle East, I guess, or up on top of a mountain where it's 0 degrees. And it was a communication station. So they had to have a real heavy duty AC unit slash heater unit inside that. But so that must be the door that you get in and out of the thing up there, right? So I don't think it doesn't say not to climb on it, but I don't know. I'm not going to climb up there one-handed. So maybe I'll come back another day and climb up there and check it all out. But that's pretty dang neat, huh, guys? We're going to go, let's check the sign out right here. So yeah, it was the Korean veterans. So it's not about the Korean War, it's about the Korean War veterans of Anderson County here in South Carolina. So I'm wondering if that's yeah, hold on. No, it's not the Korean War veterans, it's the Korean War veterans. I get it. It's just worded so you could take it either way. So let's check this out, and let's check that anchor out as well. So this must all be about the Korean War right here. Let's see what this one says here. I'll go ahead and pause and read these things. That's a pretty good statue right there. That's pretty cool. And look at the size of this. So that's about the World War. Look at the size of this anchor right here, guys. Wow. That is heavy duty. I love how they bolted it down. I'm sure they bolted it so it just wouldn't fall over or someone couldn't push it over. Sorry, I got a little too close there. And I tripped over that. That's why that camera shook. I'm tripping around. I'm sure it was bolted down so it just wouldn't, someone couldn't push it off. I would like to see someone try to come up here and try to push this off this pedestal. Like, good luck. This thing probably weighs about 20,000 pounds. Oh my God, look at the size. So they got it so it can float. It's like weird. I thought maybe a pin would go through the center of the inside of the thing here to keep it, but it must, maybe there is a pin inside there too. Very interesting. Yeah, there must be a pin down inside there. I can't see it. Or, you know what it is the ball, they feed this through. They feed this piece through from that side, and once it's inside, they put this pin in place so it can't come out this way, right? So that ball could easily come out this side, but not the other side. So it's free floating inside there, like a ball and socket, and that pin there just holds it from coming out. Now this is in honor of the World War veterans, just like that statue right there, I guess. Let you read that real quick. And then I'm wondering what this is. This is Anderson, the Electric City, founded in 1827. General Robert Anderson, the Revolutionary War hero. Obviously, this doesn't date back to the Revolutionary War, so I don't know why this is over here by the Revolutionary War sign, because there ain't no way that's a revolutionary. They had cannons back then. They did not have mortar shell cannons like this thing. They had ball cannons with black powder, you know. So you weren't seeing this back in the Revolutionary War, not even the Civil War. So this is more modern. And there's no signs on any of this. So if any of you guys had happen to know what this is for too. So here's the other side of a pintle hitch, guys. So the pintle hitch that's on the back of that tank over there, this would drop into that piece that's shaped like this, and then the top flap would come down and grab onto it. Oops, sorry. Top flap would come down like that, and the other piece was kind of sticking up like that, and that donut shaped thing would drop in there, and it grabs onto it, locks it, and then it can move up and down, it can move around and around, it could spin. It's a very good design. It's the simplest design, and it's the best design, if you ask me. It's most heavy duty. That's why all these heavy duty army things and big trucks and all that stuff always use pintle hitches. So wow, this is great. Look at this. Old wood step is still there, right there, and looks like there might be some sort of tank unit that sits in here, and then this thing, I'm going to go wider, then this thing would move from maybe one of these guys. These are all locked off. Yep, you can't do any of these things. They locked them all off. They probably tack welded them into place. But and this too. I bet if you could lift that up, you might be able to get it. But God, I wonder what they have to use to lift this thing off the ground. Like even if you had 5 guys hanging on the end of that gunnery barrel there, and 5 guys lifting this side, it probably still wouldn't come off the ground. I wonder how they did that. I don't think it's that balanced. You'd think they had some sort of little mini, forklift they'd bring out in the field maybe to work on that. But maybe you could. Maybe enough guys got on that and heaving and hoeing to lift that up to hook it on the back of the tank to bring it down. So you got some controls up here too, and another foot position there. So I'm just curious as to what all that would do. But pretty cool, huh? This is all just on the side of the road at the American Legion. This is the American Legion, Anderson, South Carolina, one of them. And I thought you guys might dig on this stuff here. I don't know what this is. That might be a private house up there. I don't know. But hey, if you like our videos, please hit like and subscribe. Check out another video right there. That's probably going to be a tank as well. And then check out our channel right there if you want to see all kinds of videos. We have over 1,400 videos now, or 1,700 videos on our channel. Check them out. Please hit like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.